It's Monday, April 28, 2021. This is the Amajing News. Ransomware is a form of cryptobiology malware that threatens to publish or permanently block access to the victim's data unless a cost is paid. Although some ransomware locks the system in a way that is easy to undo for a savvy user, but the more sophisticated malware, they employ a tactic which we know as cryptoviral extortion. It encrypts the victim's file, rendering them unavailable, and requests a ransom to unlock them. Media Online is one of the victims, and they conducted a press conference. Let's see what happened.
Testing? Okay. Good evening everyone, I am Richie Wan, the Director of Media Online, a firm which operates digital displays in shopping malls in Singapore. I'm here today to talk about a WannaCry attack we experienced 2 days ago. For your information, WannaCry takes advantage of a flaw in Windows implementation of the server message block SMB protocol. The SMB protocol allows different nodes on a network to connect, and specially designed packets may trick Microsoft implementations into running arbitrary codes. During the attack 2 days ago, we noticed that our digital displays in the shopping malls were showing WannaCry's pop-up windows. After our Windows devices were infected, the WannaCry encrypted our data on the hard disk, leaving them inaccessible, and then requested a Bitcoin ransom payment to decrypt the files. However, only 12 computers were affected since our network was isolated from both our firm's office network and companies who ran the malls. We managed to overcome the ransomware attack without paying the hackers in Bitcoin in exchange for a decryption key to unfreeze the affected computers. We handled the situation by replacing all the hard drives, reinstalling all the operating systems, and re-downloading all the Microsoft Windows MSFT.O updates. We managed to do this because we provided the digital directory service to the mall via a third-party vendor, and vendor systems were disconnected from the board when the solution patch was installed. Thank you.
Rogue is a form of crypto ransomware that encrypts a machine, computer, or file and prevents access before a ransom is paid. Rogue is often dropped on a device by other malware or gains access through remote desktop services. Since 2018, Rogue has become a complex ransomware attack aimed at corporations, hospitals, and government agencies. These attacks have encrypted the databases of a number of organizations, seeking ransoms of over $100,000 in Bitcoin in exchange for the information's decryption. Rogue is mainly transmitted by other malware that drops it onto a server that is already compromised. Since the main payload deletes the dropper after the initial execution, finding it on a device for review is difficult. The real attack is usually carried out by 3 steps, which are infection, encryption, and ransom. We can say that the real attack has a strategy that values quality over quantity. Usually, Rogue targets organizations that are capable of paying a large amount of ransom to get back on track rapidly instead of attacking multiple victims at the same time. Once the organization suffers from the Rogue attack, the authorities might lose access to all the data and information. Note that, so far we have no publicly available tool to decrypt Rogue files. The only way is paying the ransom. Hence, I advise all enterprises to install threat monitoring tools to assist safeguard the network along with the regular backup plan for data continuity. Thank you.
Lock-in ransomware is one of the most dangerous types of ransomware. It's a form of cyber attacks that uses malware to restrict access to a computer system or the files on it until a ransom is paid. First launched in 2016, Lock-in ransomware has sophisticated features that include a domain generation algorithm and a server-side encryption. They make the decryption almost impossible without paying the ransom to acquire a decryption key. Now, let's hear a story from the Lock-in ransomware attack victim. Hi, can you tell us how are you attacked by the Lock-in ransomware?
I received an email from autoshipping@amazon.com with the subject "Your Amazon order was dispatched." I thought there was a notification about the shipping of my purchased products. When I clicked inside, the email content was blank other than a Microsoft Word attachment, and I opened the attachment.
Okay. So what happened then?
I enabled the macros to see the content of the Word file, and then things started to go wrong. The Locky ransomware was installed and it encrypted my files with the .locky and file extension. Then a message appeared on my desktop instructing me to pay for the ransom to decrypt my files.
Okay. So how much ransom did the attacker require from you?
I was
required to pay 0.5 Bitcoin, which was about $227 for decryption, and I did pay for the ransom because I didn't back up my files.
So anyone around you was attacked in this spear phishing campaign?
2 of my colleagues were also attacked, but they didn't pay the ransom.
Alright, thank you.
Paya was first found in 2016. It is an encrypting ransomware or virus that will lock a computer hard drive and files stored on it. Then it will ask the victim to pay in Bitcoin after locking their computers in order to restore the system. The most famous incident of Paya attack happened on 27 June 2017. A new Paya version, which people like to call as NotPaya, was used in global cyber attack that specifically target Ukraine. It spread through the website of Ukrainian organizations such as bank and power companies. Then, the ransomware emerged and started spreading itself to large organizations across the Europe country. Companies like Russia oil company Rosneft, Danish shipping company Mars are suffering from huge financial loss that time. This Paya spread through the Eternal Blue exploit, which is widely thought have been created by the NSA and previously used by the WannaCry ransomware. How it works? Firstly, Paya will override the master boot record on the infected computer. Then will show a screen of red screw, followed by a ransom note demanding the payment of 300 bitcoins. Paya spread quickly because of the operating system. The software of the companies were not up to date, and some security vulnerabilities of the software. It is hard to decrypt Paya, so what we can do is make sure our computer is fully updated Windows version and always update our antivirus software. We also can use cloud backup or online storage service. And lastly, please remember, never open suspicious email attachment, even though you trust the sender.
I work for a physician office. All scripts offers electronic health records, services, and practice management to us. It was shut down by Ransomware Sansan, a family of ransomware that is known to target healthcare organizations on Thursday. According to them, a limited number of services went down after a ransomware incident. The Sansan hackers attacked Open Remote Desktop Protocol RDP connections and break into networks by carrying out brute force attacks against these endpoints. We were at a standstill, and our practice mainly handled the elderly population who does not understand our reasoning for not being able to make appointments. We were unable to post charges to them. We had limited access to patient medical records and had to cancel and reschedule appointments, while daily calls were held for customers since the attack. A legal spokesperson held the call and not a technology leader who could speak to challenges and timelines. It seemed like the calls repeated the same phrase every day, without many tangible details. The people across the client base are very shocked, very disappointed that the response was not better.
Good evening, Doctor. Thank you, Dr. Liu, for sparing us your time to conduct this interview with you. Recently, the ransomware attack and malware impact globally has shown a serious threat to the user systems. What are your opinions on the solutions and security measures against these ransomware attacks?
Actually, many malicious attacks can be stopped by endpoint security product and threat protection solutions. But the creative scammers keep finding ways to get past these defenses. Employees matter in the fight against ransomware. The first line of defense against ransomware threats is to educate your employees. Since ransomware is typically spread through email links and attachments, empowering your employees with the information they need to practice safe surfing and email habits will help you avoid several malware attacks. Next, implement strong password security and password hygiene. You should use a password protection strategy that provides best password security practices. According to a study conducted by my team, 3 out of 4 users use the same password for several apps, and 1/3 use passwords that are incredibly weak. These habits expose you to the ransomware attacks.
Alright, Doctor. Do you have any tips or security measures to help secure our privacy and information?
Nowadays, the users spend a lot of screen time surfing the social media. In social media, there are a lot of unverified links. Here are my wise words. never click on unverified links. Clicking links in spam newsletters or in obscure websites should be avoided. One way for your machine to become corrupted is by downloads that begin when you click the malicious links. That is the moment we get messed up. Next, do not open untrusted email attachments. As an employee in an organization, do not open attachments in emails from the senders you do not know. Examine who sent the email and double-check the email address is right. Before you open an attachment, make sure it appears to be real. If you are not positive, double-check if the person you believe sent it.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Liu. That's the Amajing news for this Monday. Thank you for watching. I'm Wei Jing Shen. Have a great day.